Charlene.
Hey guys, now listen, nightclubs might be closed at the moment, but Club Loose is open, complete with handbags to dance around. We're giving you at home a much-needed boost of nightclub nostalgia, reliving our clubbing days and sharing our floor full of tunes. I believe this is your favourite clubbing tune. Get up, Ruth! That's what we like. Dance away, Ruth!
Ruth, stop that now.
Oh, who doesn't love a dance? Hey, go dance! See you at 12:30, guys.
Oh, I love Mr. Dance.
Now, a group of MPs, 40, have told the Chancellor, Rishi Sunak, that nightlife businesses, including clubs and bars, need urgent financial help or the industry will be gone for good. So we decided to talk about nightclubs. Would you miss them if they went, Linda?
Yes, I think I would. I obviously haven't been to one for years. We've been to a few do's with Nadia. And
we're always the last
ones to leave, yeah. But our highlight used to be, so Pauline had her daughter Emily and I had Lauren, and we were both sort of single parents at the time, so we'd leave the kids, I'd leave Lauren with my mum or with Mark or whatever, and we'd go to Stringfellows. And we got really, really well looked after there. So Peter Stringfellow loved a celebrity. So he'd give us a VIP table, there'd be champagne there, and some of the people that was there, you wouldn't believe it, one night Prince was there.
Wow.
And I was dancing around Prince, he's about that size. He was about that size. He's gone, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It was about that size, and I was dancing around, touching him, and then George Michael was there. Not touching him rudely, just touching him on the shoulder, you know, like, just so I could say...
Because you were in proximity, was that?
Yeah. He was in a suit about that colour that you've got on.
OK.
Like, and then George Michael was there, and we said, right, we're not leaving till George Michael leaves. So we stayed there, and when we left there, it was daylight. Oh. And I got home and Mark was going, where have you been? What time do you call this?
And was George Michael dancing to his own tunes by any chance?
He was sitting at the bar chatting to a lady.
Oh.
Kathy, I think her name.
I love those really dirty dive nightclubs. That's what I love.
Your ass is like that.
Sticky floors. I love, like, going up north, like when I was filming in a location, going up north and just going to those really small clubs and just dancing like you love somebody and you know you're never going to see them again. I want that for my girls. I want that for my 18-year-old.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been raving in London since probably I was about 16, 17. Basically, one of us could drive, and that's when we started going out and about in London, and it was just amazing. And, you know, the feeling, as you say, of leaving first thing in the morning, there's like no other when you've been in a dark club all night. And I remember there was one night when we came out and the car was gone, and we didn't know if it had been stolen or if it had been towed. So we ended up, a group of us, managed to get a group of guys to come with us to show us where the police station was. And it had been towed. And because there were so many of us, the police station just sort of said, you can't stand in reception. We're going to have to lock you in an interview room. And so to the early hours of the morning, we basically were locked in an interview room at Charing Cross Station, reenacting, funnily enough, my episode of The Bill. With all of us. And actually, those guys that we ended up going to the police station with are still some of my best friends now.
And what sort of clubs did you go to? What was the vibe?
Oh, it was hip-hop and R&B clubs. There were no sticky floors whatsoever. That didn't run at all. It was really lovely R&B clubs in London. Hanover Grand. If anyone knows about Hanover Grand, just amazing. And you'd be dancing. There would be Usher dancing in a corner. I remember Puff Daddy being... And it wasn't that they were in VIP. They were just dancing along, and sometimes they would get up and perform. And I'm going to sound so old now, but that was way back when DJs knew how to DJ.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you used to have a burger on the street outside afterwards?
Oh.
Mucky burger.
Oh, yeah, you'd be at McDonald's Leicester Square, a ton of us. And I remember meeting... Did you? I remember meeting Destiny's Child dancers in McDonald's in Leicester Square, and then ended up spending the weekend with Destiny's Child as a result. Yeah.
See, you don't know what the lives we had before this.
Let's ask DJ Flo Rider.
Yes,
are you a raver?
But the thing is, I want the nightclubs back for me, never mind anybody else. But actually, in Northern Ireland, you're going back a few decades, I didn't go anyway to nightclubs there, but we had a dance hall called the Savoy, and it had one of the glitter balls. It was a bit like Strictly Come Dancing, really, without the celebs. However, when I came to London, Karen, of course, knew all the nightclubs then. And one night she took me and my mum, who was well into her 70s, to Brown's nightclub. And honestly, we had such a laugh because she couldn't believe that she was in a hip nightclub in London. And I've been to Stringfellows. In fact, Cliff and I were dancing one night at Stringfellows after a do, and the paper printed and they said, rock around rock.
I tell you what, Glow Rider, enough talking. It's time to get dancing. I declare Club Loose officially open. Woo! Nadia, quickly, what's your track?
I don't know, I can't remember. Oh, living.
There you go, there's your track. Linda, what's
Mine
yours?
is, I'm a lazy cat, I like to sit on the floor. Oops, upside your head. I said, oops, upside your head. I said, oops, upside your head.
How about you, Gloria?
Upside your head. I said, oops,
Like George Michael, anybody.
How about Dancing Queen? I think we've got Dancing Queen for you. Oh, that is
Johnny, what's
lovely.
yours?
Mine would have to be Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On.
Oh, I love that.
Guaranteed. See, there's something about dancing in a club, and I imagine, Nadia, you're probably a bit like me, love dancing on the table.
Love
come on,
it.
Charlene, let's
Show
have a
me a
party.
table and I'll dance on it.
Should we stand? We'll do a bit of stand for a bit. Up we go, Gloria, a bit of dancing. But we haven't got any handbags. We can pretend. We can pretend. There we go.
I do believe there's some
And we got our cocktails. Oh goodness me! Can we get? Let's get Oops Upside Your Head. I'm saying like DJ director in my ear. There we go. Can you show me how it works?
Oops, upside your head. I said, oops, upside your head.
There we are.
Upside your head.
Oh, and Gloria, before we go, your grandson's been on Instagram and he's posted a picture watching you on the show this afternoon and has said, this is the closest I'm going to get to Granny.
That is
Just so sweet. Okay, so that's all we've got time for today. Nadia.